Eknath Shinde now, the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, all set to have this show of strength at 3 p.m. this afternoon. Eknath Shinde to hold a meeting with MLAs as well as MPs. This is almost, giving a big boost to Eknath Shinde, as there was a lot of talk that Eknath Shinde itself, him alone joining hands with BJP, wasn't giving the desired impact when it came to 2024 Lok Sabha elections and the kind of support that they hope to garner across Maharashtra. It appears that Eknath Shinde now having Ajit Pawar on board with a bunch of his MLAs is really going to embolden the Maharashtra government at this point, while they just about begin campaigning in the next few days or maybe a few weeks. The campaigning across Maharashtra for Lok Sabha will already begin in many different ways. And Ajit Pawar coming on board is really a huge boost for the Maharashtra government at this point. And here we have Eknath Shinde, as we see, all set to hold this show of strength at 3 p.m. this afternoon. Shinde is all set to hold a meeting with MLAs and MPs. The Shinde camp meet comes amid all that clamour for a cabinet berth. 8 people, 9 would be Ajit Pawar. Ajit Pawar, of course, is already declared as the Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra. You have the other 8 who have been roped in the cabinet. Who is going to get what berth? Cabinet berth is something that now they'll have to strategize on. Earlier, Eknath Shinde MLAs had targeted Ajit Pawar. Ajit Pawar was targeted for ignoring MLAs during the Aghadi rule. So, once foes, now friends. Clearly here in politics anything could change. And here's a classic example of Ajit Pawar, who's been squaring off against the Eknath Shinde camp as well as the BJP for so long when he was with the NCP entirely, with the Sharad Pawar camp. Now has joined the ranks of Eknath Shinde and Devendra Fadnavis. He's now finally come on board as the Deputy Chief Minister. It appears that Ajit Pawar did not want to settle for anything less. He's come as the Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra along with 8 of his MLAs who've already taken oath in the cabinet. Who gets what berth? A discussion that will be held subsequently. But for now, we hear Eknath Shinde, the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, who wants to be now clearly flexing. A show of strength at 3 p.m. is scheduled. Chief Minister Eknath Shinde will be holding a meeting with MLAs and MPs amid the clamour for who gets what cabinet berth. In fact, earlier Eknath Shinde's MLAs themselves had targeted Ajit Pawar. Ajit Pawar was accused of ignoring his MLAs during the Aghadi rule. In fact, ignoring the Shiv Sena MLAs during the Aghadi rule. Now that he's come on board, clearly there's going to be a lot of irritation, no doubt, among many of the other camps, including the Eknath Shinde camp. Pankaj Upadhyay joining us live for more on that. Pankaj, as it is, you have the BJP and the Eknath Shinde Sena, many of the MLAs, senior MLAs, struggling to get a cabinet berth. And now you have a third player on board. Ajit Pawar brings a band of his own, and all of them, at least 8 of them, have sworn in the cabinet. And now who gets what cabinet berth will be the crux of how they actually, decide to contain all that dissent. If at all, going forward, if dissent could arise, this is their only way to solve it, to ensure everyone's happy and, that they are able to crack 2024. Tell us really what's going to be the actual challenge here for the Maharashtra government.
So, there's no doubt about the fact that there are going to be lots and political twists and turns in Maharashtrian politics in the days to come. Right now, Shiv Sena Shinde camp has 9 ministers, Bharatiya Janata Party has 9, and now NCP also has 9. That makes it 27. There could be a maximum of 34. But NCP insiders clearly maintain that they are not here for a barter system. But they say since senior NCP leaders like Dilip Walse Patil, Chhagan Bhujbal have got immense experience of decades of political experience, that could really help in the progress and development of the state. And further, their experience will be handy for the Bharatiya Janata Party, Shinde faction and NCP combined for the upcoming Lok Sabha polls as well. A clear indication that the NCP would definitely be eyeing for some lucrative positions in not just the assembly here, but they will be eyeing certain positions in the cabinet as well in the centre. Praful Patel is said to be getting a cabinet berth. When we asked Praful Patel this morning. Was he leaving for Delhi? He said definitely in the days to come he will move to Delhi. But as of now, he says the focus is definitely on Maharashtra. It really remains to be seen whether the rest of the faction will be ready to compromise, because as far as the Shinde faction is concerned, many of their leaders were eyeing for a cabinet berth, and they had been in waiting for nearly a year now. Yesterday, instead of seeing their partners take up the being a part of the swearing-in ceremony, they saw their so-called rivals, the NCP members, taking the swearing. Now, it really remains to be seen what's going to happen, but the leaders, be it Eknath Shinde, be it Devendra Fadnavis or Ajit Pawar, they clearly maintain they have formed a big alliance now, and they together will be working for the progress and development of the state. In fact, Eknath Shinde has gone on to the extent of saying that initially there was a double-engine sarkar, and now with the coming of NCP, the progress will be like that of a bullet train. But those are statements. The fact remains they are definitely going to be twists and turns, because every politician will look for opportunity. Every politician here, every party here
may I
will look
ask,
for
Pankaj, when is the next assembly election for Maharashtra? Barely a year's time? So how much time do these ministers really have to excel in the portfolios that have been given to them? You know, this we want to do good for the state of Maharashtra, etc. We know that their political ambitions stand first. That's priority, and then anything next. Because barely a year, what possibly can these ministers do for the state of Maharashtra? It is, of course, now shaping up their prospects for 2024, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. The eyes are fixated for 2024 elections, and many insiders say that this entire political drama, which many political pundits also say is a coup on part of Ajit Pawar, is with an eye on 2024 election. And, you know, when we asked the political insiders and the NCP insiders whether this is yet another political googly by Sharad Pawar, whether he indeed had given the consent, many people say that perhaps he is waiting for whatever happens to the so-called opposition unity, or whether an alliance does come about in the making. Efforts are being made, but Ajit Pawar yesterday went on record to say that many meetings have taken place as far as this opposition unity is concerned, but nothing is coming out of those meetings. It is not yielding any results.